Hey everyone, this will be the last video for tangents and normals, although some of you might think why is there a third video because you've already covered tangents and normals. But actually there's a pair of knowledge that we have yet to discuss, and they are perpendicular and parallel lines. This is important because in some questions, instead of giving you the point, they want you to find the point that a tangent or normal is at. And how do you do it? They do so by either giving you the equation immediately or trying something else, alright? First, if two lines are parallel, two straight lines are parallel, clearly, both of their gradients are equal. So their gradients are equal, are same. Both gradients are same. If two lines are perpendicular, then recall from the chapter on normal, gradient 1 times gradient 2 equals to -1. And this is important because I can have questions where, let's say, you have the graph y equals to, keep this thing simple again, x squared. And I tell you, alright, the tangent of a certain point, of a tangent at x equals to a, is parallel to, let's say, y equals to 4x plus 1. And what do you do? If the tangent at x equals to a is parallel to y equals to 4x plus 1, we know that the gradient of this tangent is equals to 4. And that's why dy dx also equals to 4. dy dx we know is 2x. If it equals to 4, we then have x equals to 2, and therefore we have a equals to 2. If I change the question to, let's say, it's keeping the same graph, y equals x squared. Let's say we change it to the tangent is perpendicular. Tangent at x equals to b now, right? Tangent at x equals to b is perpendicular to, let's say, the line y equals to 3x plus 6. From here, we know that the gradient of the tangent equals to -1/3, because gradient times this gradient here equals to -1, therefore this gradient at the tangent equals to -1/3. Again, derivative equals to 2x. So we have at x equals to b, 2b. And because the gradient of the tangent is equals, at x equals to b is equals to the derivative at x equals to b, we then equate 2b equals to -1/3. b has the value of -1/6. I can keep changing the question. I change this to normal. Okay, let's change this question to normal is perpendicular to y equals to 3x plus 6. What does it mean? That means the gradient of the normal is -1/3, right? But the tangent is 3. Why is that so? If the normal is perpendicular at c, at x equals to c is y equals to 3x plus 6, the gradient is just 3, because the gradient, the tangent of the line, would be parallel to this line as well. How do I know it? Because let's say this is my normal graph, right? And this is the y equals to x, 3x plus 6. This is perpendicular. Whatever tangent to the point at x equals to c will also be perpendicular to the normal at x equals to c. So let's say this is point c. So in essence, these two lines are also parallel, and therefore this has a gradient of 3 as well. As such, let's say we have y equals to x squared again. We know that the gradient equals to 2x, and if it equals to 3, we know that x has to be 3/2, and therefore c equals to 3/2. Again, this is just you working out and actually figuring out that, the normal and tangents, they are all perpendicular, and how two lines actually relate in terms of their gradient if they're either perpendicular or parallel. So in essence, let me write this down again. Two lines parallel, gradients are equal, gradients are equal. Two lines are perpendicular to each other, gradient 1 times gradient 2 equals to minus 1. And this ends the application of differentiation for tangents and normals.